All right, Bradley. Time for another brilliant moment.
All right.
My religion.
And I guarantee this guy's gonna come up in the interview later on Christian dominionism, because this he's at the center of it, of a lot of this shit. He was the center of an article called "The Most Influential Christian" or "The Most Influential Christian in Politics You've Never Heard of." So he's out there. His name's David Barton. He is a pseudo historian. He's put out tons of books. I can't even tell you how many. I looked through a bunch of them and thumbed through some of the different parts of them and everything that they had put up on the different websites. It's all just about how Christian America is and was at our founding, and how it's inextricably linked to the Christian religion. Oh, yeah. So he's a problem. And he's really frustrating. But yeah, so he's saying some crazy shit. So let's go ahead and play the video. Oh, you got it.
Are you able to play it?
Oh yeah, I can play it.
Because I'm frozen again.
You're frozen again. Okay. So you play, Brent.
Where does it?
You know what? Yeah.
Huh? Why is it saying remove?
Oh, you know what? I think if
it's like it thinks that it's up.
Yeah,
there you go.
There you go. It's actually buffering.
Buffering.
There we go.
Okay. Greatest people killer of all has been government. Nothing has killed more people than government has killed. And so when you look at that, the Founding Fathers believed that the people should be able to have enough arms in place to be able to remind their government, you don't want to mess with us. You don't want to come after us. Well, if all we've got is pea shooters and they've got 50 caliber machine guns, that's not the point of the First Amendment, because they point out consistently, Patrick Henry and George Mason and others, that the greatest threat to your loss of guns will come from government, not from criminals or others. And so they were very adamant that you'd be able to have that, which is why we see in Boston, they didn't care if you have a cannon. You can have a cannon, but please don't shoot it in town or within a mile of town. It's just so loud. I mean, it wasn't the fact of having a cannon. It was just it's a little loud just to be shooting off just for fun. So in the same way, I don't want to see my neighbor stockpile nuclear bombs. Yeah, I don't want to see it, but I don't care if he has one, because he should have the same rights. But you're saying, well, I don't think private citizens should have nuclear weapons. But if you've been trained with responsibility and morality and the concept of when and where you use them, the Founding Fathers are trained extensively and the concept of defensive warfare. You don't start anything. Now, if somebody else starts it, you can take it on, but you don't start it. I don't care if my neighbor has a nuclear weapon, as long as he has that defensive concept that he will never use that unless it's being used against him.
Oh my God.
He won't use a nuclear weapon against someone else unless it's been used against him, because he just rematerialized apparently and shot his mama. This is
We're
the
talking
dumbest
about a primate species that's half a chromosome away from chimpanzees that regularly shoot themselves in the foot while trying to clean their weapon, and you think they should just have nuclear capacities at their fingertip, after a dozen beers or so. You're an idiot.
Right? I mean, like I said, the gas tanks that around here say, do not siphon gas out with your mouth on the gas.
Shit, do they really?
Yeah, that's a sign on. I'm not even kidding. I'll have to take a picture of it next time.
I don't know how true that is, but I saw a post the other day that says, do not the gas tank that basically says, do not inject into rectum or something like that. It's like,
no way.
Okay.
People are just weird. They're just stupid. What can I say? I mean,
well, and I think he was trying to get ahead of what. That's why I was like, why even bring nukes up, man? Right? Except that he knew that's the response that's coming. Oh, so anybody should just have a nuclear weapon? And he's like, well, I wouldn't want them to use the nuclear weapon unless somebody used it on them, And like,
I wouldn't trust this guy with a glow in the dark watch.
That's so funny because something like that. If something like that was to happen, he'd be the first. I bet you, if his neighbor, was to actually have an actual weapon of mass destruction like
You're
that.
dead first.
Yeah, an actual weapon of mass destruction in his front yard, and he's like, I don't know, just leaning on it, drinking a couple of beers. I'm pretty sure he'd be the first one calling the cops, like, "Holy shit, man, this guy's got an actual bomb."
I could see them talking to each other too. And be like, yeah, I got that one too. But mine's got the gold plating on the side, and I got some skulls on there too. Just just bump it up a little bit with style points. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, this is great. We had some great stuff this week.
I was gonna say, I love
Some
the part.
extra plutonium.
I love the part about the cannon. Like, just don't do it too close in the city because of the noise. And I'm like,
Too loud.
yes,
noise.
yes. When you're packed in like I am, where my neighbor is super close, it's the noise I worry about with whether or not they have a cannon.
Don't forget your projectile. The projectile is flying out.
Yeah.
That's not a problem. The noise, though.
Yeah, the noise.
We used to say our neighbors are so close. If we aimed right, we could piss in their bathroom.
Nice.
I was gonna say, I'm not sure we're quite that close.
Oh yeah, some of the houses where I've lived are like, the fence is the only thing pretty much separating you.
Oh yeah,
That's how our last place was. This is great. Now I got a whole yard. Got a yard.
I had it like in the front. We had a yard and kind of like a really large driveway in the back. But the neighbor also had that big back driveway area, and he had a pool out there. So yeah, it was loud all summer.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine in a world where Florida man has a nuclear bomb in his
Oh my god.
Or just a cannon. Even with just a cannon, I'm not happy with that.
Don't shoot it.
Nope. I don't
big
trust Florida
silence on
man
your
with a
camera.
water gun.
Yeah, that worries me too.
Put your big,
Are
your
you?
big
You're
sounds-
not Florida man, right, Brentley?
No.
No,
He
I'm
lives down the
atheist Florida man on TikTok.
Oh dear.
he lives down the road from Florida man.
Have you ever done that good like Florida man in your birthday?
Oh yeah, it was something to do with alligators too. I was like, yeah, it's like the alligator and like throwing,
mine was, like,
fighting a guy with an alligator or
decapitated.
something.
I think mine
Oh
was
no, he chased
decapitated
the
by a
police with an
helicopter.
alligator. No.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So in this world now, he'd be chasing the police with an alligator with a nuclear bomb in his mouth.
Yeah.
Nuclear alligator.
Right?
I've been feeding
Don't
my
spook him, he'll
alligator-
bite. He'll bite. It'll blow us all to smithereens.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
that was great.
Oh, thank you so much, Brett, for this.
Oh.
Let's take a quick pause. And when we come back, we'll be talking to Dr. Clint Heacock, which I'm not pronouncing right.
Hey, cock.
Haycock. And we'll be talking about Christian dominionism. So stay with us. Pause.